Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dragonheir video, and in this video we'll be doing another Vortex showcase. And today the selection would be from the Lightning affinity. For those of you who don't know, Lightning affinity is one of the affinities and it pairs with what is called Radiance this season. So if you have like Lightning Radiance, I do get the 5 affinity bonus, and if you see the team comps that I have here, a lot of them are going to be like 5 affinity together, because now we are at a stage where 5 affinity is, quite big. I don't have the Psychic Core for the level 7 open for this team yet, so the damage would be a bit less. I'm expecting that, but it's not a big deal personally. So the team is going to comprise firstly of Nas Jenka. Nas Jenka, amazing legendary champion that you can pull. She is an exclusive, meaning she has her own artifact, and it's a very interesting champion because she is probably one of the best jumpers in the game. So those of you who don't know, a jumper is somebody who you place on the lines but is going to jump towards the lowest HP enemy, and she's amazing for that because her battle skill initial recharge is 0. So this skill is guaranteed at the start. So and this actually hits really hard. It's 3 times the multiplier with 150, so it's 450% attack, basically the damage that you're dealing. And if you have decent crits on her, you have decent crit damage, it can pretty much one-shot a lot of DPS in arena, right? And once their DPS is down, you can just slowly tickle them off. Her ultimate is also pretty decent, so when allies with the basic attacks any enemies within the next 10 seconds, the hero has 40% chance to shoot feathers at the enemy as a follow-up attack, and this is going to deal 105 of the lightning damage. That's fine, double chance to trigger this effect. So she's mainly there because she allows for the excess damage, and she's a pretty good damage dealer herself. For the set wise, I went with 2-piece executioner, 2-piece of haste. I wanted a bit of haste on her. We have a crit damage, positive ruin, and then we have attack with a quad roll attack speed. I was so happy to get this. If you have lightning heroes, what you really want on them is attack speed. There's like, you want the other stats too, but attack speed is really good, especially in a comp which has Evelios, and we're going to talk more about Evelios soon. Then we have Acelia, one of the best healer slash tanks in the game. She heals both on her battle skill and on her ultimate, and the ultimate also dispels all debuffs and it gives you immunity. So for Vortex 4, when the battle is commenced, you will see that the boss's third skill places a defense down on you, and if you have somebody like Acelia or Ogok or so many other champions in the game that are able to remove debuffs, it becomes really important, right? And her passive is going to increase the amount of healing she does. Her healing is primarily based off of enlightenment, so I did want some enlightenment on her. Not the ideal amount that I would like, but this is the best because I am using the Solar King Horn, so she is going to be boosting the damage of the entire team whenever she does her ultimate. And also I'm going to have her in this ancestral protection set, so she's going to absorb some of the damage from the rest of them. The team is really squishy. It's not as good as compared to something like the Flora comp, where you have the poison Ogok to protect your team. Ogok brings a lot of survivability to the team, and I have a suspicion like next season going forward, when fire and poison are no longer together, poison might get some slight advantages in the Vortex, but we'll see how it progresses in season 2. Then we have our tank, who's a double hitter. He's going to be our source of the defense down on the boss, and he also provides the Scarlet, which, I've typically wanted to go on Tarvol, who we are also going to talk about in a bit. And he's going to be in the 3-year emblem set, so whenever he gets his ultimate, he is going to boost the attack of the rest of the team. And he's going to be getting defense ruin, some accuracy there. I wanted a bit of skill haste, but didn't get so lucky. This one, HP with more HP. I was aiming for the skill haste, but I don't have enough negative ruins yet with a lot of skill haste for Radiance. Defense percentage, and getting about 100k HP, so that his survivability as a tank for the Call of Lightning, it's really high. And Did I make a mistake? This is 100 and... Hold on. This doesn't look good. No. His HP is higher, right? Yep. Yeah, okay, so we're good. I was just a bit afraid that his HP was slightly lower than Acilia because I don't want Acilia to be the Call of Lightning target. I don't have all of them at level 100 just yet. Yeah, pots have been crazy hard to come by. Energy is just... the stamina is just too less. Then we have Tarvol, and Tarvol is going to be... he's actually a very interesting champion overall, right? If you have... he's at his ultimate, he goes into this stance and his attack speed becomes the lowest in the game of anybody. Actually, this gear is a bit stale. Let me just quickly change it. Alright, so we're back with our new gear. I forgot that... so I tried to do this run a couple of days ago, but it wasn't fair because the boss was taking additional derivative damage, so I wanted to make a video when the boss wasn't taking that. So in this case, like on Tarvol, his ultimate, what I was actually getting at is like his ultimate allows him to do his basic attacks much faster because he switches his stance and gets a 15% attack bonus for the next 12 seconds and 30% chance of triggering multi-shot, and you get 30% of the crit rate as additional chance, right? So if you have it at 100, he's going to have a 60% chance. So I don't really have him at 100, I have him at 90. So we'll see how it goes. Still close to 30, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Then we have certain skill haste on him because I do want to cycle this ability faster, so it's going to be an 18-second timer on it. And yeah, just load him up with attack, and I also have this lightning exclusive which is going to give 80% crit damage to him. So let's see how it goes. But the main source of damage, actually the second main source of damage, I think Nas Jenka is going to rule this one. But he's pretty unique. He needs a lot of enlightenment, right? So I have 436 enlightenment on him. I did get some good pieces on him, but yeah, double rolls all over the place, some triples, another double roll. So hopefully I get more triple rolls on this kind of things. That's what I'm going to be hoping for. I'm using the Queen's Fan. Personally, I would have used the Epic Wild Tank, but Epic Ink, what is called? Hold on. I wanted to use this one, Ink Wild. This is guaranteed 35% more. But I thought, like, let me test how much this attack thing is going to cost me, and it did cost me a bit, so I switched to the legendary one. But the difference is not that massive, so unless you have both of them, don't worry about it. Sadly, you don't get the whole 35% bonus in this case because I'm only at 3 tal, so that's not going to be huge for me. And let's see how this goes without any further ado. So the idea is that I am not actually taking any I'm not timing their skills at all because I don't want them. I just want them to cycle through their ability as fast as possible. There's really only like few cases where you want to cycle through, where you want to like have a skill timing, and it's only when you have champions that are able to cleanse and defense down at the same time. I do have a cleanser in this team, but my defense down is on my tank, not on any of the 3 champions there. So I'm just letting them cycle it as fast as possible. Also, Sagomir here provides an ult rush, so we're going to be using that. And as you can see, like, these numbers are like slot machine right here. Especially when Tarvol switches his stance, he just goes completely haywire on the boss. And if you see like where the major source of damage is coming from, oh, it's neck and neck between Ivelios and Nas Jenka. I think if Nas Jenka might just take it from Ivelios in this one, but let's see how it goes. So there you go. We did about 95.5 million damage with this comp. I'm pretty sure this can reach about 100 million or so. We got a lot unlucky with the defense down procs, and they're not all level 100 yet. So definitely that will help overall. Yeah, Celia was our biggest healer, as you can see, and yeah, their damage was very close, 0.3%. But since Tarvol survived extra long, I was watching the run, and I think it was about like 15% of the damage, which is pretty good, considering we have one exclusive and one of them being Evelios, who is, you know, benefiting a lot from the Tarvol as well, as Tarvol is able to, like, you know, with his basic attacks being so quick, Evelios passive just kicks in all the time. So there's some RNG element to the fight overall. If you're mid-maxing, you may want to run like a couple of times and figure out what your actual limit is. But yeah, I think 100 million, 105 million is definitely possible with this comp. Just need a little bit more development on the side. But actually, let's check also like how this comp does in dungeons, right? I think that's where most of you guys would be interested as well, because Vortex is one thing, but can these comps ever destroy you know, dungeons like these? And this is what I typically use, and this clears it about, I think, close to 13-14 seconds. But I'm curious how well this comp would do. So let's put him here. Celia goes here. I want them to be targeting the boss. Okay, so this should work. We get the attack aura from, that's our only passive aura that we can use, so we'll go with the attack aura. Let's see how quickly this can beat it. I think a lot of it will depend on like how quickly we place that defense down. So there you go. So we got the boss. Okay, that was rather quick. Once the defense down was placed, like, I think the boss just melted. So we did about 13 seconds, which is not bad at all. I mean, I'm actually impressed. I was expecting it to be a little 15 seconds or something like that. But yeah, this did really well. I can keep it. I'll just think about what to do with it later. Let's take it to one of the hardest dungeons. If it can clear Venom, it can clear all of the dungeons. I'm pretty sure of that. But let's just test the ruins, because I think these are more important than the others. But yeah, I'm actually impressed at the 13-second timer. I wasn't expecting it at all. Yeah, this is actually pretty nutty how quickly they melted the entire thing. So it's actually kind of comparable to the Flora comp for these kind of things. Let's see if we can replicate our results. It doesn't matter where we place them in this time. Okay, and should we eat food? I think let's go without food. It's actually really interesting. The Sagomir is actually boosting himself instead of anybody else first, so pretty interesting. And there you go, we melted the boss as well. So comps like these, where you have Tarvol and Evelios, so 14 seconds, which was also one of my previous best times. So the comps like these, they can like truly melt bosses very quickly because of how much damage you're doing out, especially with lightning, right? But this is going to be the true test. I don't think this comp can survive this. I'm curious who will be the stun target. I don't want it to be anybody actually. So this is going to be a bit tricky on who will take the stun. If it's going to be, yeah, ideally I would place her here, but I don't think I can. So let's go like this, and yeah, if Evelios taking the stun is not going to be good, so let Tarvol take the stun. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, shame. I can probably make Tarvol with, you know, something with more We didn't place the defense down, so it's gonna be slow anyways. But let's see actually if we can beat it or not. We have a lot of buffs on us, so yeah, I think this comp may not work that effectively over here, but we'll see. Oh, there you go. Evelios is melted, everybody else is melted. Yeah, I think the problem is, like, I need to have resistance on my maybe there's another way to trick the boss. Hold on. So I leave him here, but I take Nas Jenka out and I bring in another Radiance hero here. Yeah, no gear, that's fine. Oh no, he's boosting the ultimate. That's not good. Let's see if we can melt the boss just with Evelios. No, it's nowhere near. But we do have a reviver here, so hopefully this works out. Yeah, we have no buff remover or anything like that, so I don't think this comp would work here. Actually, we have Tamar, so let me bring in Tamar. Yeah, this is a bit more tricky than the other one. We need him for the attack down. We need her for heals. Do we need her for heals though? What if I go like this, bring in Tamar? Okay, she has gear. Let's just say she has gear. Yeah, this is going to be tricky with this. She can remove dispel buffs and she can also place a bulk buff, so that's gonna be good for us. But can we beat the boss before he cycles back his ability? It seems like it. Okay, so there you go. Finally, with some like brute forcing, we got our way through, and we did it in 15 seconds, which is actually faster than the Flora comp. So that's pretty interesting, right? Let's see if we can take Goblin with this. I think Goblin shouldn't be an issue, but I do need one more DPS, and I don't think I have anybody else leveled in this. So typically for Goblin, I run AoE nukers, like my rally team. But if I were to go with this one, how would I be doing this? I can place Tamar. I can bring in Krishna, but let's just stick with him. Oops. So let's do something like this. So he's getting attacked, and let's just put a DPS set on her. Any DPS set available? Not really, but Laurentius is available. Let's place Laurentius. And we want attack or crit damage, doesn't matter. Okay. So let's see if we can clear the Goblin as well in quick time. Yeah, they lack a lot of AoE abilities, and Tarvol may not be the best here as well, because his passive really benefits if he's targeting only a single enemy. But in this case, we are targeting so many enemies. I don't really think this is a good... I mean, it's a good comp regardless. It's still going to clear out, it seems like. But yeah, it's not as good as the Rally. Rally completely melts this dungeon in 30 seconds or so. But yeah, all these are single target damage dealers, and they're not going to be doing AoE damage that much. But we do have Tamar for stuns, so we are stopping the goblins completely. Yeah, I wonder if there's another AoE nuker in Lightning. I don't recall any great AoE nukers there. All of them are pretty much single target or a small range. Okay, we are close to 50-second mark. Will we beat it? Okay, so we did do it above 50 seconds, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend this comp for Goblin personally. Like, it's basically double what I'm able to do with the Rally team. But there you go, guys. that was our lightning team. Next up is going to be summons. So I am planning to make a summon team again. I did make a summon team before when we were at level 70 and the hero reset was still available. But I am going to make a new one because one champion I didn't use last time was Leolanis, and yeah, Leolanis is going to be the primary source of damage in this comp.